Alright, hello everyone, this is PSearcher293. I haven't done any videos in a while, so I'm going to go ahead and do a revamped version of Jumping Rhino, which I'm going to call Jumping Rhino 2011 for the upcoming year. So, in the past 2 years, Jumping Rhino has changed, so this is what he looks like now. Alright, so we're going to be a little bit more artsy this time around. So let's go ahead and draw some circles. Go ahead and draw nice round oval type thing right here. Alright, now this is going to be the face part. Let's draw another circle that kind of underlaps it. Make it a little bit smaller because Jumping Rhino's body is not that large. His head is though, which makes him really awesome. Alright, so we got two parts here. And there we go. Alright. Well, Jumping Rhino might be a little bit longer than that, but you know, this is why we sketch first, so you can make mistakes. Right, anyway, Jumping Rhino's face is actually a little bit smaller than that. Alright, Jumping Rhino's face is facing in this direction, so we're going to go ahead and separate his face like that. So it's somewhere in the, not in the dead center, but a little bit off to the corner. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and draw another line showing the separation of his eyes. So right here. Right, it should be lower. Yeah, just remember that everything is prone to mistake, and because we're doing it in pencil, we can go ahead and erase all mistakes that we deem mistakes. Alright, anyway, we'll start off. So here's the basic of Jumping Rhino. Two circles here. Alright, now we're gonna start off by drawing the horn. Should go at the base here. The base, nice, and we'll go ahead and draw a very large horn that extends to the line and goes down. Nicely, very good. Alright, and then we'll draw up here where the top of the circle meets. Just extend it to some random length, whichever length you prefer. I prefer to do it right here, a little halfways through. And just draw another connection right there. There's Jumping Rhino's second horn. Alright. Now we'll draw the outer edges of his face. You should connect it right here where one of the smaller lines connects. So we'll go ahead and darken it up to this point. Okay. So Jumping Rhino's darkened up to here. Right, next we need to draw the top of his head, which goes out here. Okay. Now his ears actually come out somewhere off to the edge, so we're right over here. Okay, and we'll go ahead and draw his ears rounded off. They're like triangles, but without the bottom part. Nice. And then we'll draw a little triangle here on top, no particular length, but even with the other ear, and there we go. So we have Jumping Rhino with two ears and his head, which will finish right around here. Just going a little bit off into the next circle. So here we have the shape of Jumping Rhino's head. Alright. Next is Jumping Rhino's body. Alright, so we'll go ahead and draw right here. Just take a few centimeters off to the side, starting from the head, and draw one line down and connect it to the body. Like that. Now it'd be better if the more rounded that Jumping Rhino is besides his horns, the better he's gonna look. Alright, so we're gonna continue by adding another line, or another arm that looks similar to this one, except on this side. So a little bit off the side, and bam, there we go. Here we have a rounded arm. Right, two arms on Jumping Rhino. Next we're going to go ahead and connect his arms. Alright, so basically you're going to just go around the area, depending on size. As you can see right here, I'm probably going to go in between these lines here. So I'm going to just go ahead and draw complete the circle. Alright, and when I do that, I'm going to just go ahead and darken it. Darken it to what I think would be good. Alright. And there we have the bottom half of Jumping Rhino. Next we're just going to go ahead and draw another arm, or another legs, which are basically similar to these. And we're just going to take a small amount of length here, a few centimeters, kind of arch it out, regardless of length really. And there's one leg. As you can see, it's very nicely rounded off. And over here we're going to just take a little bit. Okay, well, I can't really see my line that I made here. Alright, so we're going to draw it right around here, just using a little bit of judgment. And nicely done. Oh, it's a little bit thick. Alright. Alright, so there is the second arm, or leg. We have a simulation of a Jumping Rhino. Alright, next we have the eyes, which will be right around here. Like somewhere in the center you can start, and just draw a big smiling happy rhino. Right. And then you have a couple other parts left. But before we do that, we'll go ahead and erase all the extra marks that helped us draw a rhino. So let's go ahead and erase all these sketch lines. Yeah, so after we erase all the sketch lines, we can go into some greater detail. We can go ahead and darken other parts that need to be darkened and whatnot, and we can add a few things that will make Jumping Rhino completed. Ugh. So at this point, you're just erasing all the lines that you don't need. In this video, I'll color them in, so you know, I'm not really bothering on erasing it too perfectly. Okay, and this place where I'm actually going to leave some of the marks here because it looks like a little bit of shading. Actually, I erased that way too much. So it looks a little bit like shading over here, so I got lucky on that one. Jumping Rhino, you are shaded. Alright, and we have a little bit more. Alright, so now that most of the lines are gone, you can see them. Can't see them anymore. So here is Jumping Rhino, almost complete. Alright, so let's go ahead and add a few extra details. If you accidentally erased some of the marks on Jumping Rhino's outline, you know, go ahead and fill it in. This one should be increased over there so it looks like he has a neck. And his horns darkened. Right, awesome. Right. So we have most of Jumping Rhino. Alright, now we'll just go ahead and draw in some details. First we need to draw in some toes. Just two little toes over here. 1 and 2. Right? So just draw these little mountain-like things. 2 on each. Okay. So another one. Here's one. Okay. Alright. And finally over here. And then the last major detail that will be shown on Jumping Rhino will most likely just be his tail. Sprawling out. Alright. And there we have Jumping Rhino. So here's a new version of Jumping Rhino. He is, I would say he's fatter, that's for sure. Definitely fatter, a lot more, you know, cuter and whatnot. But here we have Jumping Rhino, courtesy of Piece Searcher 293. If you wanted to color him, we can use, like I tend to color him using a light a light blue. You know, I would color him not fully colored in. Like just, you know, really kind of messy, but kind of not messy at the same time. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and color him. Yeah, cuddle him. I would want to cuddle this guy. I would so want to color it. Alright, so here's me coloring. So I'm not coloring completely. I'm not completely filling him in because I just figured that he looks better when he's not completely filled in. And besides, this is crayon, so it might not look as good if it was completely colored in. I always find crayon to be like that. Anyway, remember to always color in one direction. Yeah, I can't color really fast. I never like coloring. Okay. General. Color in one direction and I'm going completely different everywhere. Alright, anyway. There we go. Alright, general idea. Jumping Rhino's blue. Or some kind of blue. If not light blue. Alright, so there's Jumping Rhino. Colored blue. We can go ahead and color his toes and his horns some type of gray. Once again, it doesn't need to be completely colored in. Generally in the same direction. Okay. Right. There's that. And then if you really wanted to take it one step further, you can always re-outline the outline. So there. Just go along the edges. Okay. Go ahead. Darken every part. Okay. Alright. Fantastic. Okay. Alright, and you can just do that. Just very light. Okay. And there we have it. Our completed product of Jumping Rhino. This is the new 2011 version. You can see that he's a lot rounder. I guess more cuddly and cute, but you know, he's all good. So once again, courtesy of PSearcher293, you learned how to draw, you learned how to color. Make sure to listen to the song. Padarak put a version of it on his profile, so go ahead and check it out. He also has Jumping Rhino on his shirt, so you know, maybe we can get some shirts out soon. Alright, awesome. Thank you.